All right, welcome to the nutrition talk. Here we are. We got through it, so we just had a big debacle with pens and papers and all that. So we're started, right? I wanted to do a nutrition talk because we had a coaches meeting and a kind of way to get our information out. I think with nutrition, it's something that gets put by the wayside, forget about it, but it's one of the biggest things in fitness. Helps us get to the goals that we want to get to. Nutrition is like religion and politics. No one likes to talk about it, but tonight we're going to talk about it. We're going to have a great time. This is not going to be like a diet debate. I'm just going to give you like what I've seen over the 16 years work for every walk of life that came in here. It's not going to be, keto is better than vegan and what else I write, carnivore and all that shit. We're gonna like whole foods approach it, and we're gonna talk about that. And that's what it is. So whole foods is gonna be the best for performance. That's kind of what we do at Intrepid. We chase performance, if you didn't know that. That's why I tell you guys to put more weight on, run faster, right? That's the idea, is we wanna chase that performance. Whole foods help us get there. They also reduce inflammation. We'll talk a little bit more about that. The goal should be better energy, right? Better performance, body composition, long-term health, right? I don't know if you've seen our ads lately. It's win your next doctor's appointment. A lot of that comes from people like, a lot of people that have come in, hey, my blood work is not that great. My doctor said I had to start working out. So we kind of just ran with what people have been telling us that are coming in. I personally just had my blood work done. I'm getting blood work again in 2 months, right? I have to win my next doctor's appointment as well. So those are things that I'm trying to do. And after the coaches meeting, I'm like, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna do this challenge with you guys when we talk about the challenge part. With nutrition, our idea is whole foods, right? If it has a face on it, or if it grew from the ground, that is what you should eat. That's it. That's simple. It's like not too crazy, whole foods approach, okay? So what are whole foods? Like I said, if it grew in the ground or it has a face, you should be eating it, right? Some people are probably vegan or whatever else, and we'll talk about ways to get around that and do all that stuff. Foods, whole foods are as close to their natural state as possible, right? You don't go to the store and look at a tomato and be like, what are the ingredients of a tomato? It's a fucking tomato. There's whatever in there. So we don't have to like look at a label to understand what it is. Like we pull up a protein bar, there's like 750 things. I don't have any here. But there's like 750 things in that protein bar that you're trying to eat, right? Though it's healthy, it's not a whole food that we want to see you guys eat. The whole foods that I would like to see you guys eat, like meat, poultry, fish, eggs, vegetables, fruits of all colors, like eat the rainbow. I was talking about your pencils. I'm a Marine, we eat crayons, so that's not the greatest thing. But nuts, seeds, potatoes, and rice, if tolerated, and we'll talk about that in a minute. The benefits, they're higher nutrients per calorie. The more whole foods you eat, the more nutrient dense they're gonna be, right? That's what we're looking for, right? That's what is gonna drive our performance, that's gonna drive our recovery. And these things keep you fuller longer. If you eat it like a plate of broccoli and an 8-ounce piece of chicken, you're gonna probably be pretty full for a long time. Instead of your 8-ounce protein bar, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm fucking starving. It was 450 calories though, and I'm trying to eat the right way. And it keeps it fuller longer and typically lowers your inflammation in your body, right? As we go, we want to lower that inflammation. That helps with recovery, helps us train harder and longer. And like, I say shoulders are usually the issue. Like my shoulder hurts after a while. It's like you're probably inflamed if you're running at a higher level because you're not eating right. Your normal like homeostasis here. Now you're not eating right, it's up here. And then you get a little injury, now it's up here. And you're gonna have problems. So what are things we want to avoid? Anyone know? Anything processed. There you go. Also things that are pro-inflammatory, right? So I wrote down dairy, right? Anyone know what people say when they're, what dairy does to you? I'm lactose intolerant is something you hear, right? Like that kind of stuff, right? Inflamed your gut. How about grains? Grains? Anyone hear anything with that? Like gluten-free, like, I'm gluten intolerant, right? How about legumes? Do you know what legumes are? They're beans. What do you hear about those? No. There you go, right? The more I eat them, the more you eat, the more you toot, right? Those things, right? Those are all things that there's a reason for that, right? They are pro-inflammatory. They're causing something to happen in your body that is not necessarily what we need to happen all the time, right? Whole foods don't really do that. Like if you eat a steak, you're not like, I'm steak intolerant, can't have like a ribeye. Like that doesn't, like that's not like, unless you're vegan, but like that's not like a thing, right? Like I can't eat, broccoli really messes me up, or like some people might have gas issues with certain greens, but you get what I'm saying? Like you don't eat broccoli and be like, oh my God. Sometimes you eat like bread and you're like, oh, I got to undo my pants or something, like, Thanksgiving, you eat a lot. I don't necessarily know that it's the amount of food you're eating or what you're eating that's causing that inflammation, like you're undoing your butt. Oh my God. It's not something we eat all the time. We're ingesting all kinds of grains and, dairy and all that all at once. So those are things that I was writing down. Pro-inflammatory foods, they're not helping you recover better. They're not helping you perform better. And those are things you should probably try to avoid when you're eating like whole foods.
With that, you have rice to eat more, but I've also heard that it's not the best choice.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you say about that?
I think I also, where's that? Yeah, so I've said it before, but rice if tolerated. So we'll get into that a little bit, right? So this is a nutrition talk, and then we're going to talk about our nutrition challenge, and then we're going to discuss what that, like, if tolerated means, and like how we're going to get there, and talk about that a little bit more. We're going to get there. Don't worry. You're a little bit ahead of the game. So, where else did I go? Those are, I would say, again, if tolerated, right? So like when we think about whole foods, those can be pro-inflammatory, things like that. In general, rice in general, whether you put it in the microwave or not, right? They could be pro-inflammatory. And that's like preparation matters, right? Like some of that stuff, like sometimes you gotta soak beans, sometimes you gotta do different things with different foods. That might be an option with the rice. Individual, like I have a problem with gluten a lot of the time, so I'm not gonna eat that as much as I would love to, but like individual differences matter as well, right? So you might be able to tolerate a lot more rice than me. Maybe, I don't know. So it's just like trying those things out. Things we want to avoid is ultra processed foods, right? Often high in calories and low in nutrients. We don't want those, right? Those things taste delicious though, right? Super delicious food. They spike your blood sugar rapidly. They promote fat storage. They disrupt your gut bacteria and balance on that. I'm waiting for Tessa to start dribbling. She's getting ready. They increase low-grade inflammation, right? So those highly or ultra-processed foods, like I said, you're here, you're eating those, or you're here normally, eat those ultra-processed foods like me during just, holidays, I'm like way up here somewhere. So I get like a little injury, and if like it feels like I'm gonna die, like my body doesn't have the response it needs, or the inflammation response that would actually help me recover. Reducing these improves your energy and body composition pretty quickly. If you're not eating those high calorie foods, take them out and things change quick. I wrote down here gut health, prebiotics and probiotics. It helps with your gut, right? I gotta look it up. Probiotics are live beneficial bacteria you consume, and then prebiotics, fibers that feed the beneficial bacteria. I didn't know that. I had to like really look it up, and I'm like, what the hell is the difference between these two? Good sources of those probiotics, prebiotics: garlic, onions, bananas, asparagus, stuff like that. You could also take it as a supplement. Gut health is huge. That also, with whole foods, kind of helps that as well, right? Ultra processed messes up your gut balance if you have any issues with that. Then water. Hydration is key, right? Our body is made up of 60% water. I don't know if you guys are even, I don't know where, I'm not on the same page as you, so. Hydration needed for circulation, temperature regulation. Drinking a gallon of water a day would be really good, but I think I put somewhere like, that might be in the nutrition, it's in the nutrition challenge as well, like half your body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 200 pounds, drinking 100 ounces of water, depending on how much you sweat, would be good. Like, also depends, we don't have AC in here, so if it's 100 degrees and you're doing like Murph, you might have to drink more water. Me and JD were in the sauna today, so 30 minutes in the sauna, I lose 3 pounds in those 3 minutes of water weight. So I have to drink a lot more water during those days, things like that. I try to drink some stuff. Did you have a question?
Do you recommend electrolytes daily?
Yes, depends on how much you sweat, but definitely electrolytes. I like to do the LMT that we have here. It's salty, so some people don't like that, but if you add that in, it makes you feel good, stuff like that. It helps you sometimes, like the ones there, like lemonade's really good, the orange one. I usually mix that, I'm gonna talk about supplements in a second, with like creatine, just because it's easier to get the creatine in, but that's it. Usually, signs of dehydration, fatigue, which we all kind of feel. We're probably like, oh, it's Friday night at 6:30, I'm falling asleep. I feel that way. Headaches, cramps. If you're getting cramps at night and stuff, you're probably dehydrated. Usually if you go to the hospital for some incident, the first thing they're doing is putting an IV in because you're dehydrated. So that's like just how it goes. So make sure you're drinking water. And many people mistake thirst for hunger. Simple rule, drink until your urine is pale yellow. When I was in boot camp, the first time I ever saw anything about pee was on the wall. They're like, if your fucking piss is this color, change it. Like, you have to drink water, because people are dying and falling over all the time. Not dying, no one died in boot camp, but they would pass out from various things. Supplements. Now, these support you. They're not a replacement for things. Supplements fill gaps they don't replace a poor diet, right? Food quality, sleep training come first. I like to take fish oil. It's anti-inflammatory, right? A lot of our diet is filled with omega-6, right? Just because if you go to like omega-6 fatty acids, if you go to like ShopRite and get your food from there, it's not grass-fed, it's not grass-finished, so you're gonna get a lot of omega-6 compared to omega-3s. If you get like grass-fed, grass-finished beef and you're doing that kind of deal, you're gonna get more omega-3s. But we have such an imbalance because of how and what we eat. Supplementing with fish oil every day is pretty good. I said like 3 grams. I don't know if you guys have the same numbers. Yeah, so like 3 grams a day. You could probably push it up to 5. It'll depends on what you want to do. If you have a job where, I don't think anyone's a cop. Like if you had a job or you were in the military, I would say don't take fish oil. Fish oil has a tendency to make you bleed out real fast. So if you have like cuts or something, you can get cut. Usually keeps your blood pumping. that also helps with recovery. That's why fish oil is good. Vitamin D, I take like 10,000 IU a day. I stopped for a little while and my numbers tanked because I'm pale. So that's it. So I take like 10,000 IU a day. Creatine, the studies that are coming out, everybody should be taking it. Your mom, dad, aunts, uncles, everybody should be taking creatine. The studies coming out for brain health is like unreal. So if you just type in creatine and brain health, it's like the mind, like they're doing studies with like 20, 30 grams a day for PTSD and stuff like that. So, and Alzheimer's and it's just nuts. But it really helps with lifting, right? So a lot of people are scared of like, oh, it's gonna make me bloat or it's gonna affect my kidneys. It really doesn't have anything to do with that. It's the most studied, like the most studied supplement ever. It's been around forever. Creatine monohydrate, it's been around for 40 years, something like that, longer than I've been alive. It helps with everything, strength, power, it'll make you run faster. Yep.
With the creatine, does it matter how you take it? Like,
Not
can
really.
you eat in pill form?
I mean, it depends on like what else is in the pill. If you get a pill form and you just take it, like I said, I take mine. It's like powder mixed in the bottle with the LMT. Like I don't taste anything. It's just a clear like substance. If you take, I know they have like creatine gummies.
Yeah,
Like you could do those. Anything to get like that 5 to 10 grams. I take 10 grams a day. If you can get 5 to 10 grams, should be fine. Like, should be all right. But it's literally the best supplement you could take besides like anabolic steroids. If you want to talk about that. Probiotic, prebiotic, take those. I don't have an idea on those, right? Like, I take Thorne products and Hololabs stuff. So Thorne, I use their pre and probiotic. I don't know what the dosing is on that at all. I meant to bring the stuff, but I didn't. And beta alanine for high intensity stuff, kind of what we do here. It helps buffer that, kind of like if you saw studies about baking soda, people would take baking soda back in the day, or it helps buffer lactic acid, or I think that's what it says, yeah, what I wrote. Like if you take pre-workout, you might tingle a little bit. Beta alanine makes you tingle. It's like you start feeling your face get hot a little bit. Not anything that crazy.
Can I ask a question about that?
Sure.
Should you be taking a pre-workout every time you work out?
I do not. It is up to you. Usually pre-workouts are filled with a bunch of nonsense. I don't think they make ones for females. I mean, they probably do. I don't know, like, I would say there's a lot of them are made towards like getting a big pump on and not necessarily for like the CrossFit type stuff that we do or high intensity stuff or strength in general. Depends on what's in there. We could have that like conversation too. We could look at it, but it just depends on like if it's caffeine, could you just have a cup of coffee, like without a lot of sugar in there? Like, could you have, take a caffeine pill? Like, what's in there that's making you want, Gatorade with a little bit of, they make like powdered caffeine. Depends on what you're trying to get out of it, like stuff like that. Any other questions on that? Supplements? I'll say the big takeaways of the day, like eat foods that look like food. Like a protein bar doesn't look like food to me. Matt probably loves protein bars. I gotta call people out, that's how I do it. When you're eating, yeah.
So does that mean no protein powder?
I mean, like in your everyday life, right? Nutrition, like if that's one thing you're doing, I think it's okay, right? When we do the challenge, if you want to jump on the challenge, that's going to be a little different because it's whole unprocessed foods during the whole challenge, so that'd be a little different. I don't know if that's a bad thing either, and like if that's the one thing you're doing, I don't know. They help get to the higher level protein. I will say anything the more liquid your food is, the more insulin spiking it is, regardless of what it is. So, like even if you like smoothie your food or like blend it up, like that's going to make it spike your insulin. So you're going to have a big insulin spike, and you're going to store more fat from that. So it depends what you're trying to get out of it. Eat food.
Like an entire bowl of Greek yogurt instead of like, to get like the same
Yeah.
protein.
Yeah. So there's like ways around how you do that, right? So there's things you could do like to get to that protein number that you want to get to, like a high level protein. Like if you have 2 eggs in the morning, have 3. Have 2 eggs and then 4 egg whites. You know, there's ways to add that stuff in to get you to that end goal at the end of the day. Instead of trying to add in like protein shakes, which you're gonna drink a protein shake, it'll be 200 calories, 300 calories, and you're like, I'm fucking starving. That's usually what happens. You end up eating more. So just like, unless you're like, I'm gonna drink this protein shake and I know this is my calorie intake for the day and that's it. Usually what I see with protein shakes is I drank a protein shake after I worked out and then I'm gonna eat everything as well and not necessarily have a plan in place for that. I think, sometimes. Any other things? You wanna get into the nutrition challenge?
Yeah.
I have another sheet for that. We'll pass this quick. It kind of got messed up in the printer, some of them, so you might lose. It's just 1 page. Huh? Okay. You got one? Yeah. Okay. All right, welcome to our nutrition challenge talk. So nutrition challenges, we've been in business for 16 years. We've done them throughout the years. They really help dial you in for nutrition and get you going from there. All right, so the idea, right, we just went through the nutrition talk, is to eat real food, move every day, somehow, some way. Support each other, no gimmicks, just habits that improve your body composition and performance. It's like a sales thing, commercial. So it's going to be point-based, right? That's kind of what we're going to go through. Point-based system. It's going to be, you're going to do the points, right? Like on your own. I'll have like a thing set up for you if you want to do this. Where you'll email it, this is the points I have for the week. These are the PRs I hit, we'll go through that. So daily habits, eat mostly whole, minimally processed foods, right? See you guys. As much as you can. The whole unprocessed foods, like minimally processed. So if you did your, protein shake, it'd be okay. Could be, right? 10,000 steps every day, that's the goal, to try to get moving every day, more active than you are. So my goal is gonna be like 12,000 because I'm roughly at 10,000 every day. So if you're at 10,000, maybe add a little bit more, right? Train at least 3 times a week here, right? Come to the gym, be part of the community, check on your friends that are doing the challenge as well. Drink half your body weight in ounces in water, right? So like, again, if you weigh 200 pounds, drink 100 ounces of water, right? So try to sleep 7+ hours a day. These are all things that you should help you. Eat more lean meats, fish, eggs, vegetables, fruit, potatoes, rice, oats, beans, but we want to eat things that are not necessarily going to affect our gut, right? Limit the fast food, soda, fried foods, candy, ultra-processed snacks. And then your point system, right? Whole Foods all day, 2 points, right? 10,000 steps, you get 1 point. Your workout completed, you do got 1 point. And you hit your water goal, you got a point. So that's 5 points per day, 35 points per week, right? And then there's bonus points if you hit a PR. Like during the challenge, there'll be times in workouts like that will give you an opportunity to PR, so you can hit that. Posting your meal or workout, we'll have like a hashtag we can use. I'll post about that. That will keep us all like on the same page. And then if you help another member either, you know, with a shopping list or anything to do with the nutrition stuff or anything you think of, send me I'll have another email made so that we can everything goes there. The check-ins, you know, week 1, we're gonna do weight. I didn't put it in here, but we're gonna do belly button measurement around your belly, and then photos. So like front, side, back, so you have an idea. I will not post the photos until you're fucking 30 pounds lighter at the end of this thing and you look amazing, and then we'll post the photos before and after. Yay. But week 1, they'll do that. We'll check in. Jess is like, no fucking way. We'll see in 6 weeks when you lose a bunch of weight and you'll be like, fuck yeah, post that fucking shit.
Yeah, I posted when I was like over 200 pounds. You all can do it.
I'm not gonna post it before that. Midweek or mid check-in will be like week 3. That'll be another set of photos, another waist measurement, and then what else? That's it. Yeah, another weight check-in. And we'll talk. There'll be other check-ins, like you'll be doing your points weekly and stuff like that, just so it's easier for me to track. And then week 6, we'll do the final results. Top 3 men and women. There's a bunch of other people that want to join that weren't able to come here tonight. So top 3 men and women, you know, based on your points, based on PR stuff, based on how you look and how much weight you lost and things like that. Like, you know, I have a lot of weight to lose. I probably lose, in this challenge, I'll probably lose 30 pounds or so. Like, Jess is not going to lose 30 pounds. I don't think so. Maybe. You know? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just not going to happen, right? Like, Matt's probably not going to lose 30 pounds. Like, we're not going to get, you know, there. I'll probably lose 30 pounds. I'll probably be like 240. After the sauna, I was 240. I'll probably be like 210 after this challenge. Something like that. I'll lose a bunch of weight and do it quick. So it's perfect time for summer. Murph, right? Get you those pull-ups and push-ups and everything else you need. That's it. Any questions? Oh, it costs $49. You do not have, it's free until you do not check in, and then you get charged. Okay? If you go through the whole thing and check in, it's free. $49 when you don't check in.
You mean like week 3 mid check?
Yeah, any of them. So if you don't check in, no. You're done. $49, and see you later. Right? This is how we stay in business, guys.
Do we send you like the photo? Like,
Yeah. So I didn't do it yet. I was on the phone with the VA for like 40 minutes. Killed me. Creating another separate email so we could send all the information there, so I could make sure, you know, everybody has their own folder, put their stuff in there, and I can go through it a lot easier. Any other questions?
When we check in, we have to, like, how is that gonna work? We have to send like a
Send an email. Just send an email. Say, hey,
each,
no, just like a week. Like the big photo ones are good. You could just check in with the your score for the week. Like, hey, 35 points this week. That's it, right? And then like,
each week keeping track each day though.
yeah, keep track on yourself. You could. I'll leave, like if you guys are in, register on the StreamFit, and then I will send out like a tracking thing that you guys could track with. You could send that to me. I'll make it a lot easier in general.
It's like a food, we're doing like a food tracking.
We could do that as well. So whole food, like it's really just Whole Foods. So that's the goal. We could talk more in depth if like you want to get into macro counting and stuff like that. That has nothing to do with the challenge though. That we could talk about what I think you should like roughly eat, like where your goal weight is and things like that. We can go through the macros of that. My phone is recording stuff. But if you were to pull out your StreamFit app, if you guys wanted to do that, there's a place to track nutrition in there. And I honestly think it's like, I paid for it, I think it's like $40 a year. I don't even know. If you go into the 3 lines, yeah, I don't need to see it, right? Yeah, right, does it have that? Does it tell you how much it is?
It's $8 a month,
$8 a month.
$60 annually.
Yeah, okay. So $60, right? So then you could track all your food in there forever. They have the barcode scanning thing, which you shouldn't be using during these 6 weeks. But they have all that stuff in there. It makes it really easy to track. It tracks your water and things like that in that app. And I think I could see it. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Sorry, I was confused about before. So we're not sending you an email every day.
You can send an email, not every day. Don't send an email every day. You can send it during the end of the week, right? 35 points for the week, right? So just send it at the end. That would just be a lot easier. You could.
Just like a weekly summary.
Yeah, just like, hey, I hit 35 points this week. You could track it, like, oh shit, I forgot that. Like, be honest with yourselves too, because like, all of this here, you do all this stuff, your body keeps the score. Like, your body's gonna be the journal. We will know if you did it or not. Like, it'll happen. Like, you will lose weight, you'll lean out, those things will happen. The pictures will show it. If you don't do it and say, hey, yeah, I fucking hit 5, I did that. Unless you're eating like 6,000 calories and nuts. Like, I ate 6,000 almonds. Like, that's gonna be different, but you will lose weight on this, most likely. You will lean out. Usually lean out. That's where the pictures come in, because the scale might not change and the weight might not change, but your stomach, that might change. The picture thing is going to change. And then if you're doing getting 5 points every day, we will know and we'll see it. Or I will. Any other questions?
So week 6, so like around April 24th, we'll be doing the final measurements.
Yeah.
Final.
Yeah, I think it's like a Friday, April 24th, because I think, I don't remember.
So if we do like a couple days before, would that be okay?
Yeah,
I
I mean,
just don't have to track that.
yeah, so you could do, like whatever until that day.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't give you like another day or two to try to get there. I'll tell you guys how to measuring your stomach doesn't have to take a piece of rope and measure it and then measure the thing out, where it's at. I'm usually 44 to 45 inch around my waist here. I want to get that way down, right? So that's usually where the visceral fat is. And on me, I had 4 pounds last year. That's not good. But that will help. And you can do that anywhere. You don't have to go
Oh, yeah.
you-
I don't know if I thought it was going to be here.
No. So everything's pretty much on your own on this, though that's what I'm saying. We will know if you did it or not.
So photos and measurements we're also doing on our own.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with
No.
me.
Yeah, so I want you to weigh and measure yourself on your own.
Okay.
That you did it the same, at the same place, same scale, that you're used to, took a picture of. Hey, this scale said, because you could weigh here, 200 pounds and then go in there and it'd be 203 or 197. I'm not saying you weigh 200 pounds, but you know what I'm saying? It's not 100, right? So everybody's scale is different. So stay with your scale. If you lose 30 pounds on your scale, if you lose 20 pounds on your scale, that's your scale. You lost 20 pounds, right? We can all agree to that. I think, I'm not you need to weigh in here on Saturday at 6 a.m. I'm gonna yell it out. I do that sometimes.
Also, when you do your photo, make sure the lighting is the same. It sounds stupid, but if the lighting changes,
Yeah.
say, you'll think you're either are fatter or you're skinnier. I've just learned that from the past. It just fucks with you. At least
try, that's what I'm saying. Also try to do it in the same place. Like if I, like I'm 6 feet away from that and I'm standing here and I'm taking the photos, same height, I put it on something so I know it's the same height, same thing, standing in the same spot, so that just an easier way to do things.
Tape the floor, put a piece of tape on the floor.
Yeah, tape the floor, just have an idea where you're at.
And like, when I started in January, I've been doing monthly photos, but I was in like a sports bra and like underwear, so obviously I'm not gonna be doing that. Should I still wear leggings and a sports bra so that you could, because like I'm not probably gonna be that much of a difference in a t-shirt.
No, you could do, you should do like minimal,
Okay.
right? Like, yeah, like seriously, you should do minimal. You should be in a bikini.
Here, like, okay. I just might be a weirdo, like, in underwear.
Hey. Yeah, no, like bathing suit. Like I'm not like, it doesn't have to be like the same. It could be a sports bra and shorts, like just so you have an idea what your body looks like, right? If I wear a t-shirt, like yes, I will lose 30 pounds. You'll see a difference in the t-shirt, but you won't see it when I have my shirt off. And like I take the actual photo and you're on the side and you're like, holy shit, dude, like you lost a fuck ton of weight. The pictures are not necessarily for me, they're also more for you, right? So when you look at them side to side, you're like, holy shit, like the scale only went down 5 pounds, but I fucking look way different.
Yes.
Mom and dad think I'm different, friends and family are like, what the hell's going on with you? Those are what I want you to see. Because in here too, you're also gaining muscle. So as we gain muscle, the scale might not change. You're like, I don't know what's going on. It's like, look at these, look at where you're at, look what happened, Big changes happen. Like, I should be doing pictures of everybody that walks in here and then give you the pictures after. Like, this is 6 months later. You look very different, Any other questions? Comments, concerns? Okay.
So, I know it's different for everybody, but like, what does a typical breakfast look like?
It could be anything. It could be the last night's leftovers. Like, say you had some chicken and veggies. You could have that for breakfast. You could cut up some of the chicken, throw 2 eggs in pan, heat it up. There you go, right? Eggs and bacon are huge. Love those. But you could have eggs. You could have.
How many?
It depends. So those are.
That's what I'm having a problem with.
So that depends on your goal for what your body weight wants to be, right?
Like 140.
Was that?
140.
What are you at now?
I don't know, 250.
Yeah. So you want to lose 100 pounds, so we want to think about.
No, realistically, like that 30 number sounded.
Yeah, and that's doable. It's very doable, right? So if I want to get there, 30 pounds, so it would be we're probably going to be roughly around 200 to 220 grams a day of protein that you need to get in. So you're probably going to have 4 or 5 eggs in the morning, or 2 eggs and then 4 egg whites.
That's where I run into trouble, because without protein powder and supplements, it's hard. That's
It's a lot.
crazy amount of protein.
Yeah, but it's not as much as it's like when you get it from Whole Foods, it won't be that crazy amount. So you could do minimally processed, have 1 protein shake, right? As long as you're doing the other things, then I think overall you're going to see a massive difference, right? So if I did the eggs, 2 eggs and 4 egg whites, that's usually how I do the things. So that's a ton of protein. 1 egg is 7 grams of protein. So you're at 14 grams of protein plus the egg whites. I don't remember how much that is. And then say lunch, you had, some grilled chicken and vegetables, simple, easy, and then had steak or salmon at night. You're looking pretty close to that number, depending on how much you eat. And
Yeah, I guess my problem is portions.
Yeah,
how
so-
much steak are you supposed to?
so 1 ounce is 7 grams of protein.
Okay.
So
That's a good general number.
for chicken, for salmon, it's 1 ounce is 7 grams of protein, usually.
Do you have a kitchen scale?
Yeah, the scaling is going to be huge. Weighing and measuring your food will be huge. The app will help with how much protein it is. So if you did I don't know, 8 ounces of steak, which like you go to like Outback, you eat a 16-ounce steak. You know what I mean? So that's a ton of protein, but also a ton of fat. So there's things to think about there. But also like they do make grilled chicken at those places and things like that. So like Outback, you're like, wait, what?
Sorry.
Are you kidding me?
It is really crazy though, the difference between having a protein shake in the morning or having like a grilled chicken breast, the hunger,
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
protein shake, I mean,
Yeah.
if I need the extra protein, I'll do
Yeah.
it, but
Yeah, you could also do like 2 eggs, throw a bunch of chicken in, like you could just have, you're gonna eat a ton of chicken. So like throwing that in the morning, like to get to that protein number that you need to, that like if I start the morning off with 50 grams of protein, my day is a lot easier.
Yeah, you just made me think of something. I don't know if this is helpful or not, but I feel like most breakfast food would not fit into this, right? Like standard things that you think about to have for breakfast.
Right.
So if you don't think about breakfast as breakfast, but just like another meal, it kind of makes planning a little bit easier. You know what I mean?
You're
Because
right.
like people think about like
I like
cereal or
Yeah.
French toast or cakes or you know what I mean? Like bagels.
No, that
or-
makes
It's
sense.
just like wipe that word and just
Yeah,
think about like
eating.
eating.
Meal 1.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I know that's not easy, but that's like
It is a challenge too, right? Like that's the idea on it. So there's going to be challenging things like, oh, I can't have my, croissant in the morning with my, bagel and cream cheese every day. Like those things are going to be a challenge to do. So just having that little bit of different process. Any other questions, comments?
I have a semi-question.
Yeah.
I've been pretty much doing this since I started, which is why I'm
Yeah.
getting the results that I'm
Yeah.
getting. Is there something like more that should I will do a protein shake or something? Should I try and get rid of that for the next 6 weeks so that there's more results, or just keep doing what I'm doing?
I would say keep doing what you're doing. Do you track like what you're eating?
Some days.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be a big,
Okay. And I
Like-
pretty much eat the same. I'm boring.
yeah, which is fine. But which is fine. So when you start tracking it, you're like, oh shit, that's a lot more than I thought. Or, like you're here a lot, you walk all over the place, so you're definitely getting your 10,000 steps in. But what I'm saying is, like, if I start weighing and measuring my food, that'd be like a next level step. Like I'm going from 10,000 to 12,000. That's my idea, right? So, because that's roughly where I'm at. Your thing might be like Whole Foods. Now I'm going to weigh and measure, and like weighing and measuring. Oh, that's
And how do I know what I need though?
yeah. So we could talk about that offline. It'd be easier to like for me to understand like what you're looking to do. Like you have a wedding coming up, right? So like you want to look the best you possibly can. So, those things are going to be like dependent on what you have going on, like be based off your protein number and then how much fat and everything like that. But that weighing and measuring is going to be the next step. So you're already doing that, and then the next step would be weighing and measuring. Like you don't have to do that all the time. Once you're, at like a challenge type thing, it'll give you like an idea, like, oh shit, that's not that much, or that's a ton. I eat way more than that. I ate 6,000 almonds, That could be like 1,000 extra calories like in a week that you don't realize that you're doing, stuff like that. Anything else? No. You're like, I can't do this.
Our science is done. For 6 weeks.
It's a challenge. It's a challenge.
So, are you going to be having individual conversation with everybody as far
Sure.
as what their goal is?
Yeah, I could definitely do that. Like, we could have a conversation. We could text or shoot me a message and we'll go through it. It might take me a little bit to come back with like numbers and stuff like that, but definitely could make that happen.
Yeah, because my personal goal is not to lose weight. I actually want to put on some muscle.
Yeah.
So like my calorie intake is obviously going to be a hell of a lot higher.
Yeah, that's where I think you'll see. That's where like there's not really like it's tracking and the weight is in the. That's not part of like it's not a huge part of the challenge, right? So it's there, but it's like more like seeing the photos, and like once we put like muscle on, you'll see the photos, right? There might be like, hey, we're gonna add in some bodybuilding work for you to gain some muscle as well, like a little extra things like that. And that could be that individual talk, like, hey, we're gonna do some more things to get you where you need to go. Anything else? You guys got anything? No? Tess, you got anything? No. All right. I think that's all I have. I don't think I forgot anything. Maybe I did. Double check. This starts Monday. But that's it. Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. Have a great night.
So,
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry.
Go. Keep going.
Sign up, is there a sign up or something, or?
Yeah, so on StreamFit, on the app, do you have the app? Yeah, so on there's an event created. Just register on there. There's no cost to register. And then I'll make sure that you're all on there. And I'll send out like a tracking thing. You guys can keep track of your stuff and then go from there. And then I'll send the email out too.